Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So, as you can see, it's a very nice day today. Gonna do something that we haven't done yet this year, which is pretty exciting, and that is I'm gonna go pick some vegetables so that we can make dinner. The wife and I really enjoy eating kale and eggs. It's a simple dish. We made a video with that recipe, I think like 2 years ago. I'll put the link in one of the corners up here if you're curious about it. But it's a dish that we like. It's just kale and then eggs and some seasonings and some little bits of bacon and stuff. But the real nice thing is that, you know, we have a ton of eggs here and we grow a good amount of our own vegetables in the summertime. So it's a meal that we can make where we don't have to go to the store to buy anything. It's just, you know, whatever we have. So yeah, for the first time this year, we're gonna pick some kale. I think it's just about ready. But before we do that, I think I'll go ahead and do a little bit of a garden update. All right, so here's the garden. Got potatoes coming in very, very nicely over here. Potatoes are looking great. Everything's growing up very well. Just doing really well. The potatoes are really looking good. So hopefully in another month or so, we'll be able to start harvesting some potatoes. Down here we have some watermelons. This one and that one. They didn't do so good. I don't know that we're gonna get any watermelons. I've rarely had luck with watermelons in colder climates. Here we have some summer squash. These guys are starting to produce some little fruits in there. You can see on these leaves here that we did have some cucumber beetle damage, but I was able to spray and get that kind of taken care of. This is a tomato, another summer squash that's looking pretty good. Our peppers are doing very, very well. We have a lot of peppers that surprisingly have fruit already. If you can see that there, but we got a jalapeno there. Got more here. Pretty much all of these peppers have some fruit on them. Some of them have some large fruit. Here we have a nice big pepper. Up here we have some yellow jalapenos. These guys are looking really, really good. Some of those are ready to pick, I think. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the output of these peppers so far. I don't know, see if I can't get this plant picked up. Let's see, there's more peppers inside there. So lots and lots of peppers on their plants. Tomatoes, I'm at the point where I really need to start staking these guys. I've been having a hard time finding cattle panel, surprisingly. I wanted to get some cattle panel and put up basically like a trellis for them, but I cannot find any. Our local Tractor Supplies and our feed lots are just, you know, they just don't have any. Look at, we've got a potato bug. That's a Colorado potato beetle, a larva. Really don't like those things. We have a problem with the Colorado potato beetles. But anyway, yeah, having a hard time getting cattle panels. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and throw in some posts, some T-posts this weekend and string them up. I'll just do a Florida weave on them like I've done in the past. It's not the most efficient for some of these tomatoes, but it'll work. In addition here, we have more peppers. I don't know if you can make those out, but all of these plants have lots of peppers. It's funny, last year our peppers did atrocious, and this year they're going like gangbusters. We also have, excuse me, a bunch of ground cherries. So these are ground cherries. Ground cherries are coming in. You can see the fruit under there. When those turn yellow, they'll be ready. And then up here a little further, look at that. We have a corn stalk. Now that's funny. I did not plant corn over here. I must have dropped a seed at some point. We got a corn stalk growing up in the weeds. Pretty interesting. I guess I'll leave that guy, see if it grows me a corn. Here's some more. All these ground cherries and tomatillos. So you can see the flowers are coming out on these. They're looking good. Everything's coming along very, very well. Got a lot of fruit in here. These are tomatillos. There's some more tomatillos there. So, tomatillos, tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, everything's looking good over here. We do have some more beetle larvae there. You know, we try to keep up with them, but it's really hard. There's so many of these things, and they just keep coming back. They do not stop. They're relentless. Okay, let's head over here, get an update on some of the other vegetables. The celery is kind of growing. I don't know what celery is supposed to really look like at this point. It's definitely coming along. It just seems very small, and it's growing very, very slowly. I've given it fertilizer. I'm not exactly sure what else to do for it. So we're just gonna let that go, see what happens. Got a little bit of carrots here. The carrots came in kind of spotty, didn't do very well. That's okay though, we'll probably plant some more later. I got one volunteer potato here, but as you can see, there's more potato beetle larvae on there. I'll have to come through and kill those later. These are beets. The beets are doing well. They're starting to come up, so that's good. A lot of beets. And then these are daikon radishes. So they're like a big white radish. Supposedly the wife's family ate those when she was younger, and so we planted some, because why not? Over here we have all of our leeks. So the leeks are the dark green there, and these lighter greens are onions. These are yellow onions. Then we have some red onions, and then some more yellow onions. These all are looking great. We have our garlic here. The garlic's looking terrific. We got scapes off of them a couple weeks ago. They're looking great. I'm guessing that we'll have garlic in another 30 days or so. And then more onions. These are reds and some more yellows. And you can see the onions are definitely looking good. All of the alliums are looking terrific out here. Here's the kale we're going to pick for this evening. Got 3 good looking plants here. We're going to come back to those in a minute. I believe these were cauliflower, so nothing growing there yet. See, we got a nice head of cabbage there. Another nice head of cabbage there. These are going to be pointy cabbages, so I don't know if you've seen them before, but they come to a point. We got some of those in Europe when we were in Portugal a couple years ago, and I loved them. So I got some seeds this year and decided to try and grow them ourselves, and they are starting to form heads. So I don't know if you can make that out, but like the base of it is going to be wide, and it'll get pointy at the top. So there you got a bunch of those in there. Well, like I said, regular cabbage. These are some more regular cabbages. They're starting to form some heads. More cauliflower and broccolis. These are all just growing like gangbusters. Everything's looking very, very good. You can see over here we have a blank spot. This is where we had a couple of plants that got attacked by bugs and died. So I'm going to need to plant some more. I'm going to start some fall cabbages, and I'll probably fill in here, a spot there, and then over here, and we'll get to that in a minute. But one thing that is pretty cool is we've got our broccolis all coming in. If you can see that, that's a nice piece of broccoli there, as is there. Pretty much all of these plants have a broccoli head coming in, so looking really good. Some of these skinnier ones, I believe, are Romanesco. We have some Romanesco mixed in, and those are like the pointy top broccolis. And I believe these were more cauliflowers. So the cauliflowers have not started coming in yet, but the broccolis have. And then we harvested a couple of these. These were Chinese cabbage or Napa cabbage. These were some seeds that a friend of ours in California sent. We're very happy to get them. We grew some, we ate some, but in the last couple of days, we've noticed that we've had an infestation of snails get into these guys, and I think they're probably going to make it, yeah. So as you can see there, they're making it so that we're probably not going to be able to eat these last 3 heads, which is kind of a bummer. But we'll start some more and put some more in the ground. And hopefully, you know, in the fall, we'll get a couple more. But we did get a couple of these out, which was really nice. So that was good. Finally, on this side here, we have a bunch of green beans. The weeds have kind of come in the edge here. I really got to clean this green bean patch up. But the green beans are doing okay. They're coming in. And then the last item, which is something that we also need to pick really soon, is fennel. The fennel, we've never grown it before, but it's growing great. We like to make a chicken dish out of fennel. that is kind of one of our go-tos that we really enjoy eating. So we decided to grow some fennel because it does freeze well. And we've got 6 bulbs here that, you know, as a trial, just because we had never grown it before, was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 8 bulbs. So we're pretty happy to get that. It's pretty exciting for us, being that we do enjoy it so much. But okay, let's go pick some kale for dinner. So we're gonna come over here. Once again, we didn't plant nearly as much kale this year as we did last year. We had a whole row of kale last year and we were just unable to keep up with it. We had so many kale to give away that, you know, it was pretty crazy. We were unable to eat it all. That's really all it just came down to. So I don't know if you've grown kale before, but kale will basically just pop off, and you want to look for leaves that are nice and clean. We do seem to have a couple of little baby worms on there, which is a problem. I need to spray these guys. I sprayed the cabbages just yesterday and all the rest of the brassicas with BT. It's an organic pesticide that basically just kills caterpillars. But I didn't spray the kale because I knew I was going to pick it today. So I left it, and yeah, so I definitely need to come back out here and spray the kale down. But basically all I'm going to do is just pick some of the bigger leaves from the top here, take these off, and I'll leave the bottom ones. I don't really like to eat the ones that are touching the ground. So the first couple harvests are usually kind of small, just because you're not going to get much that's not touching the ground. So there we go. We have a nice big bunch of kale. Bring that inside, set it in some water. It really is very gratifying. I don't know if that's the right word, but satisfying maybe to you know, to grow stuff and just be able to come out and harvest it and then eat it. You know, there's something about making food with your own hands that I really enjoy. We, you know, of course, harvest the eggs every day from the chickens, and we make use of those. We eat eggs for breakfast, and we'll make other dishes with the eggs. But having vegetables, especially in an environment where it's cold a good chunk of the year where you can't do that, is just nice. It's really, you know, fulfilling. I really have a hard time describing the exact word, but yeah, I think fulfilling is probably the right word. So yeah, I mean, being able to get out, get your own food, eat your own food, there's something really nice about that. There's something really satisfying and gratifying about it. Raising your own food is something that's very rewarding, I think. And it's even better when you can fill your plate with food that you raised yourself. So, you know, this might not seem like a lot, you know, a big bunch of kale and some eggs, but there was a lot of work that went into that food, right? I'm sure going to Walmart and buying a dozen of eggs for a couple bucks and buying a bunch of kale for a couple bucks would be cheaper, but I don't feel the same when I eat it. There's something nice knowing that the chickens that we have are treated well, they're fed well, they're given a comfortable place to live. And, you know, our vegetables are grown without a bunch of pesticides, without God knows what else, you know, sprayed all over it. And, you know, it's all grown in a place that has a view like this. There's something to be said about that. So, anyway, yeah, that's my spiel. Grow your own food if you can. I know that's a very privileged statement. Not everybody has the land to do it. But if you have an opportunity, and you can, there is something really nice about raising your own food. Okay, well, thanks for watching this little update. Appreciate it. If you like the channel, you like this content, feel free to subscribe. Click the thumbs up if you like the specific video. And if you do subscribe, go ahead and click that bell, and you'll get notified when we make new content. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.